Hello everyone, this is the Archfiend. Hey, who the fuck is the Archfiend? I don't know.
It's a new month, and I guess this is now officially a new feature here on my channel where last month, the first week of January, I got on my Twitter and I just asked you guys to ask a random question and it would be part of a video. I'm doing the same here today. Now I just, put out the tweet about an hour ago and I just, asked you guys to be creative as possible to help make this as interesting as possible. And the last time I did this, it went over pretty well and you guys seemed to like it and I had a good time with it and you guys asked some pretty cool questions. So I'm going to do this again. But I'm also making this video to let you know that I've had something consume in my life and it is taking up so much time. And I just love and adore, and I just love being with it, and that's this game right here. All right, I haven't been able to put this game down for 1,000 hours. I know it hasn't even been out 1,000 hours, which is just an amazing paradox that I've been able to play it for 1,000 hours already. I'm a Final Fantasy 13 fanboy. I'll just willingly admit that. Anyway, probably not going to make another video for another week, so I did another one of these question videos here since it's a new month, and you guys seem to like asking me random questions and hearing my insane ramblings about some of the most trivial shit on the planet. I'm gonna hit the camera with the game. I didn't really mean to, and it actually did. Anyway, another reason why I'm making this video is down in the video description and also linked right in front of the Homer Simpson clock right there. It's a link to a video that I was in. This was an interview by Raven Rage 07. It was simply unscripted interview on my end. He gave me a rough idea about the questions he was going to ask. He just asked to, give an interview of me, about me, and I said, yep, sure, why not, a lot of people want to know certain things, and rather than me just tell you what I want to say, I want to hear what you guys want to ask of me, so that's what we did here. It ended up being 42 minutes. We covered so much shit. We talked about the old school rants I had with Irate Gamer, iHorror. We talked about how Onision is one of the biggest pieces of shit on the YouTube planet, just a number of other things. It's 42 minutes, so, if you guys need your Archfiend fix, watch that video and, just, deal with the fact that I'm not going to be making a video for the next 500 millennia due to Final Fantasy 13 2 consuming my life. So, with that out of the way, I asked you guys to ask me another set of random questions on my Twitter. Those of you not following my Twitter, you missed out being immortalized here on this channel. You know how many people are just gonna, see this video today and go, oh my god, I am a part of immortal history. The Archfiend talked and answered one of my questions. How do you talk a question? That was grammatically wrong. Anyway, these are the questions you guys asked, and I had a good time with this last time. You guys seemed to, like asking me the questions, so what the hell? Can we say filler material, anyone? Let's get to the questions. Godfather Scooby would like to know, would you like to see Jericho or Kane versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania or Triple H? Alright, I don't want Jericho anywhere near this match. I don't want Jericho near any configuration of Kane, Undertaker, Triple H, anything like that. Jericho has to face CM Punk. I want to see the weeks leading up to WrestleMania, a bunch of shoot promos going back and forth on each other because there is so much stuff that those two can shoot on each other for. And we all know how good CM Punk is with that. We all know how good Jericho is on the microphone. I want to see that. Now, as far as the Undertaker match goes, I think it's going to be Undertaker versus Kane and Triple H. That's right. I'm predicting a three-way dance for this. One of the main reasons is Undertaker is just really hitting the bottom end of his career. It's nothing against him. He's had a tremendous legacy in this business, been a great worker, he's had a great persona all those years, all that good stuff. But it's very hard for him to either be carried or help carry a match. Even if the opponent is a really younger guy, there's only just so much you can do with him right now. So I think if you have Triple H and Kane in a match to detract from the fact that Undertaker can't really go full steam in a main event caliber match, I think it's going to make the match better. So I see both of them. And on top of that, Kane and Triple H, aside from HBK since he's retired, Kane and Triple H are his two biggest foes, if you will, as far as WrestleMania matches go. Even though Triple H only wrestled him one time, counting last year, until he wrestled him last year. It's some inside shit. The people that follow wrestling will get that. Anyway, yep, three-way dance. Jericho has to face CM Punk. That's all there is to it. If not, I will cast Meteor, another Final Fantasy reference. I'll cast Meteor on the arena. God, I'm a dork. Anyway, how do you feel about the extradition? And this is Westersaurus NXT, the guy that asked me about his dick that one time. How do you feel about the extradition of UK student Richard O'Dwyer? I have really no idea what that is. Extradition of the UK student. Was he a UK student that was here? Was he in Canada? I don't know where he's from, but I'll look it up. Good question. Very good question. I don't know shit about it, though. Even though you don't care for hockey, and this is Jaxeta, whatever. Even though you don't care for hockey, I don't care for hockey. I love hockey. I've been watching hockey my entire life. Where's this guy coming from? Has he seen any of my videos about the Philadelphia Flyers? Anyway, apparently not. Even though you don't care for hockey, would you go if you were invited to the best seats, like my New York Rangers at Madison Square Garden? Yeah, the best seats at Madison Square Garden for the Rangers game, and if it was against the Flyers, hell yeah, I'd be there in a second. It's not that far of a drive from here, so yeah, just hook a brother up. I'll buy you soda if you buy me the tickets. How's that for a fair deal? Next question. Tatura, whatever the hell your name is. Do you have any advice for a guy that's going to USA for the first time? Yes. My main bit of advice would be, if you're in an area where you're wondering whether or not you should make eye contact with the locals, then you probably shouldn't. All right, that's just free advice, because I don't know. That's pretty much all I could come up with that one. But no, seriously, for coming to America for the first time, just make sure you have stuff on hand, like crack, because like if a homeless person starts bothering you, you just throw it. You just throw it, and they dart away like a little dog chasing after a pork chop. So have things like that on you. If a prostitute comes by, it's okay to pie face them. Like, you don't want to openly hit them in public, but if a prostitute is up in your face and you're not into prostitution, pie face them. Not condoning violence against women, because I mean it could be a male prostitute too, to be fair. Pie face, all right? It's just a way of pushing with attention. That's how I look at it. I don't condone that, by the way, but no, seriously, pie face. What is your best near-death experience? I don't know if I would call any near-death experience a best one, but of course the biggest near-death experience in my life was pulling out of what's called a jug handle. Those who live or have been in New Jersey know what a jug handle is. You're not allowed to make left turns on a highway, so you have to go in the right lane over to a jug handle to cross over the other side of the highway. Anyways, I was pulling out of a jug handle. Someone ran 3 red lights at about 70 miles per hour, hit me right in the driver's side of my car door, separated my shoulder, ruptured my quadricep, had a bunch of glass that flew through. The person that hit me was taken away in a medevac helicopter. I don't even know if that person lived or died, nor do I care. In all honesty, not to be too sinister about it, but yeah, that was the closest near-death experience I had in my life. That person, of course, was given all the citations and everything, and I got a new car out of it. Wasn't that something? Anyway, I guess that's my best near-death experience, besides that time I choked on a chicken bone, but that's a whole different story for a different time. Is magic a real thing? Absolutely. Absolutely. Do you think David Copperfield, like everything he does is just like, props and everything? No, that's actual satanic powers. Now granted, you do have to be in touch with, the satanic lifestyle in order to get really good magic, but it's worth it. I mean, yes, it gets messy when you sacrifice like a lamb backstage and you get the blood all over everywhere, but I mean, that's why you have, assistants help you out with that. You have a change of clothes ready before you go on stage. But yes, it's absolutely a real thing, but the really good stuff is for just the most heartless satanic individuals. So yes, it's absolutely 100% real. That was the Nerd Factory that asked that. Oh, and the near-death experience guy was UTER74. Anyway, Jacksetta, hogging the questions, wants to know. Also, do you know the show Elfin Lied? What? The show Elfin Lied? I have no idea what the show Elfin is. It's pretty damn awesome. You'd like it a lot. Main character is too sexy. Next question. Strangest person you ever met and why? This person's informed me that their YouTube name is YA2121. Strangest person I ever met. Boy, I've met a lot of people in my time. Excuse me, that was very rude. Strangest person I ever met. Boy, I really should have looked at these questions before I read them, because I'm sure I could think of something that's going to be 1,000 times better than the answer I'm actually going to say. Strangest person I ever met, probably just random homeless people on the street. Like, I saw a homeless guy fucking a tree before in Philadelphia. You don't get much more stranger than that. I mean, seriously, like, just in public, just, you know, you see some guy's bare ass humping a tree in public. That's pretty insane. So, yeah, I think that would be the strangest. I'm trying to think if anything tops that, and I don't think it will. Next question. B Trivial Critic wants to know, what would you do if you were president? I would have every bum that physically raped a tree killed. Just so that no one has to be haunted by the memory of that. Now, I'm against capital punishment, but you know what? I would be for it in this one circumstance. I would round up all the homeless people that hump trees, and just in a total act of irony, I would like you know, tie them to like a post or something, and I would have, like, you know, some like well, why am I forgetting the word of people that cut down trees? Axemen or whatever. Lumberjacks, there you go, that's a real tough word. Lumberjacks. I'd have a bunch of lumberjacks cutting down trees, so like the person would be standing there and the tree would just go, and that's the way they'd be executed. And of course it would be on pay-per-view, so that someone can make some money off of it. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, that's what I would do if I was president. Nothing else. I wouldn't care about balancing the budget or anything. I would just rid the country of homeless people that have sex with trees. What is my opinion on C-nanners? Sean-nanners? C-nanners? Well, obviously, if I don't know what his goddamn name is, I don't have much of an opinion on him. But my opinion on him is that I don't know what his name is. Is it C-nanners? Is it Sean Anners? What a dumb name. Must be a dumb person. Quote me on that. That was Sam P064 that asked that. Thank you, Sam. Or Samantha, whatever you want to go by. Dr. Mushu. Oh, I'm sure you're a real doctor, all right? That's a big pet peeve of mine. People that, you know, just take advantage of the name doctor when they're not actually a doctor. But anyway, I don't know for sure, so I'll hold off my judgment. We'll gauge the quality of his question. We'll determine whether or not we think he's a doctor. Dr. Mushu would like to know, do you have the ability to become God and eat a whole, and jeez, he's not a doctor if his garbled speech. All right, now let me read this word for word because I tried to add words to correct this. Do you have the ability to become God and a half-whole eaten 2 whole barrels of pickled kittens? I shit you not. That is exactly how it is written. Let me repeat that again. Do you have the ability to become God and a half-whole eaten 2 whole barrels of pickled kittens? I guess he wants me to know if I can eat a bag of or 2 barrels of pickled kittens if I was God. I'm going to go on the limb and say this guy actually is a doctor, because that was a very, very professional question. If I was God, could I eat 2 barrels of pickled kittens? Absolutely. They're probably very delicious. In fact, I don't think anyone's even thought of pickling a kitten yet, but I bet you it is damn delicious. And I'm a vegetarian, but you know what? I would splurge. If someone said, hey, here's a pickled kitten, would you eat it? Yes, absolutely. Who wouldn't? Probably tastes delicious. Thank you, doctor. Glinder64, which Final Fantasy game disappointed you the most? I'm going to catch heat for this. Final Fantasy VIII. Final Fantasy 8. I know a lot of people love that over like Final Fantasy 7 and all that shit. That game just disappointed me. It's one of 2 Final Fantasy games that I just put down and never picked back up again. Like I tried playing through it and I was just like, I don't get it. It's just, I don't know. It just seemed like I grinded forever. Didn't feel like the storyline was progressing. I had no idea who the main villain was till at least 70% through the game. Actually, I don't even know how far. It could have been 80% through the game for all I know because I didn't finish it. But yeah, Final Fantasy VIII. Yeah. Thank you, Glinder64. Nice Mets logo. Sorry that you're a fan of the Mets. I really am. Next question. Laws Judai, whatever your name is. What do you think about the guy with the glasses website today? I think it's no different than what it was yesterday or the month before or the month before that. I watch a few of his reviews here and there. Nothing too special or overly worth, throwing confetti in the air about. It's decent. Next question. SpongeFreak26 replied, no. That's not a question. They ended with a period. It should have been a question mark. Like, no? Like Spanish or something. But Sponge Freak didn't want to participate today. He ruined everything. I was having a day that was at least an 8.5, and now my day is down to almost an 8.3, possibly an 8.2. Thank you for ruining the enjoyment level of my day, Sponge Freak 26. How are you enjoying Final Fantasy 13 2? Final Fantasy 13 Part 2 is so far so good. One thing that I really, really like about this game is so far it's just using the same 2 characters the whole time. Now, I know people are like, oh my god, Final Fantasy is supposed to have like, 7 to 8 characters that you switch in and out and all that other shit. No. Here's what happens with most Final Fantasy games. You get attached to maybe 3, maybe 4 characters, and you use them for 90% of the game. Anyone who's played Final Fantasy can tell you that. There's usually 3 or 4 characters that you only play or use when you have to use them. Like there's a stage where you have to use a certain character. This game got rid of that shit, and I love that. Stick with the same 2 characters. Only worry about leveling those 2 characters up, refining their weapons. Don't have a laundry list of 7, 8 people to tend to. It's bullshit clutter work, and this game finally corrected that, which is kind of what Final Fantasy X-2 did, but only that game sucked. And this one so far doesn't. Is it better than 13? So far, no. It's not hands down worse in comparison, but it's good enough. And there's things I like about it, and there's things I don't like about it compared to 13. Like the storyline really needs to start progressing. I've put close to 20 hours into this game, and they really got to start explaining shit. Anyway. Thank you, Down Phoenix, for asking me about that. The Jake Snake wants to know, can you tongue punch my fart box? Oh, well, that is just so adorable. No. Are you a hot girl? No. Why do you call yourself the Archfiend? Same guy, the Jake Snake. He asked 3 questions in a row, so we'll just end with his 3 questions here. These are the final 3 questions. Why do I call myself the Archfiend? That answer was given in a video I made. And actually, you know what? The answer is given in that video in the video description. That was actually one of the questions that Raven Rage asked me. So, you know what? If you want to find out the true answer to that, the link is in the video description, or it's still in front of the Homer clock. What cologne do you use? I don't use cologne. I use the odor of awesome that just expels from my body. Most people would call that horrible body odor, but I call it the smell of awesome, because when you're someone like me, you don't smell bad. You smell good. At least you tell yourself that. So, that concludes this round of questions. Happy birthday, February. I guess months don't really have a birthday. That was kind of stupid. But anyway, thank you for these wonderful, insightful questions again, people. You did a great job asking me some very genius caliber questions, especially you, Dr. Mushu, about the pickled cats question. That was very good. Only a doctor of someone who has a severe, just complete, total mental capacity to ask something of just such a genius level. Thank you for that. That question really made this a solid video. So I want to thank you personally. And again, link in the video description for that 42-minute interview that I had. So get your Archfiend fix from that for the next week or so, because I'm going to be, whooping some Lassie ass and whatever else they have from Final Fantasy 13 and Final Fantasy 13 Part 2. Anyway, thank you all. Have a great day. Have a better tomorrow. Time to go whoop some more ass and get carpal tunnel syndrome and leave a sweat stain on my bed for not moving for 10 hours. Actually, I think that's urine. I'm sorry, I couldn't get to the bathroom in time. It happens. It happens to the best of us. Don't be ashamed if it happens to you. But there's no excuse for shitting on my bed. I have no excuse for that. I really should take a shower. Have a great day, everyone.